Ah, shit. Here we go again.
This prison story is about when I got beat up in prison. Now, I just got off the basketball court. Me and the homies was playing against these Crips, and unfortunately, we lost. We was going to 21. I think the score was like 17-21. You got to win by 2, right? So we lost or whatever. Now, when I work up a sweat like that, my routine usually go like this. Get in the shower, make a cook up. No. Prep my cook up, get in the shower, finish my cook up, eat it, watch some TV, read the Bible if I'm not going to watch some TV. And then I take like a 2 or 3 hour nap or whatever. So I hit the unit, go upstairs, get my towel, get my soap, got my sword of justice too. So I head down there to the prison shower and I get in there, right? Now, normally I will go in there and free ball, but it was really kind of taboo, right? And what I mean is that, you got guys that go in there and be butt naked, and then you got guys in there that are going there with their boxers on. Normally, I will have my boxers on, because I still really ain't adapt to that convict code of just going in there being straight out naked. But every once in a while, I go in there and I free ball or whatever. But anyway, so I'm in there washing up. Now, there's virtually nobody in the unit right now. So it's just me and 2 guards in the bubble and maybe 1 person in there in the day room watching TV. So I got the shower to myself. Now, the shower is an open bay, right? Meaning you don't got your own personal stalls. When you walk in there, it's just a big open shower. You got 5 shower heads on the left, and then directly on the opposite side, you got 5 shower heads on the right. So when you get in there, when you get in the bathroom, if you go to the left, that's where the bathroom's at, the bathroom stalls at. But if you go to the right when you come in from the day room, that's where the shower's at, whatever. So I'm in there and I'm washing up, right? Now, I hear a couple of voices in the day room because, everything is open and people's voices just carry or whatever. So I'm in there showering up or whatever, and I get like some soap in my eyes. I guess I had a lot of shampoo on top of my head, and so when the shampoo get wet on your head, it just keep bubbling up or whatever. But it got in my eyes and it was stinging. Now I hear a voice that sounds familiar, and it's this gay dude named Peaches, right? Now let me give y'all the backstory of Peaches and how Peaches got sent to prison. Now, Peaches was a homosexual out there in the free world. Peaches was in a relationship with this dude or whatever. And I guess the guy was cheating on him and gave him an STD. So what he did to, I guess, seek revenge against his lover, he ended up putting his cat in the microwave. And, well, due to YouTube policies, laws, and regulations, I can't go no further. But y'all get the point what happened to the cat. So when the guy got home, dude, Peaches told, and I don't know Peaches' real name, and nor do I care to know, but when when Peaches' lover got home, the guy was like, hey, you seen whatever the name of it? I think the cat was called Princess or something. He was like, yeah, he over there in the microwave. So the guy thinking, Peaches said like he's like on a counter on a microwave or something like that. So the guy go over there and he like, where he at? He's like, he in there. Now it was like a burnt hair smell that was like coming from the microwave. So he was like, man, what did you put in here, man? What you put in here? And he was like, you gonna see. And when he opened it up, well, again, due to YouTube laws and regulations, I can't tell y'all I can't depict the depiction of what was in that microwave. Just know it was the cat. So dude just started spazzing out on him like, why the fuck would you do that, Peaches? Peaches, why would you do that? And Peaches basically pulled out a knife and put it to dude's throat and was like, because you gave me STD, you been cheating on me. So they going back and forth. He talking, well, I ain't getting no STD, and they just going back and forth. And well, how did I get it? And that's the Peaches. Why would you do my cat like that? And all this and that. And they end up tussling or whatever. And well, Peaches end up poking the guy up. And unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, I don't know, depending on how y'all feel about them type of folks, he ended up losing his life. So now Peaches is in here with us with a natural life sentence. Peaches ain't never going home unless the laws on the books change. But good luck, Peaches. So anyway, I hear Peaches' voice. And keep in mind, y'all, I'm basically naked. Okay, when I know earlier I said I was free balling, but I'm free balling is you naked or whatever, right? And it will be the day that I chose not to come in there with boxers on, right? So I hear Peach's voice, right? So I'm hurrying up and trying to get the soap out my eyes because I don't want this dude coming in here seeing me, right? But it's too late. He get up in there. And I hear his footsteps. It's like right directly behind me because I'm at the first shower stall. I'm at the first shower head, like when you first walk in to the right. So I hear him walk past, but he keep walking. So I'm envisioning he on the opposite side, but all the way to the left at the last shower here, and he cut the water on. So I just turned like to the right-ish or whatever, because I didn't want this dude seeing me, right? So I hurry up and get the water out my eyes, and now I'm panicking, right? And I don't look, I'm not homophobic or nothing like that, but you know, when you dealing with, when you know that somebody is, you know, like dudes or whatever, you don't want them looking at you. You don't want them, you know, stealing a glance or whatever. You don't want them fantasizing about it. So I'm thinking about all this, right? And so I hurry up and get the soap off me, and I grab my towel off the shower head or whatever, and I hurry up and cover myself up, right? So I leave out the shower. Now, let me give y'all a sidebar, some prison etiquette, some prison 101 types. If a homosexual come in the shower while you in there, you got to get out of there. If a homosexual comes in the shower, let me say it again. If you are in the shower and a homosexual comes in there, you better hurry up and get out of there. All right? Because what's going to happen is that homosexual is liable to say anything, right? He can come out there and tell people like, yeah, we was in there messing around, or anything he can say, right? And it's up to you to, you know, do something to him, right? Unless you like that, you know what I'm talking about? Unless you like play military mind games or whatever, and you like them type of guys, whatever, then I guess stay in there. But if you a straight dude or whatever, get your ass up out of that shower, because it just get out. So I go upstairs, right? And I'm putting my stuff on. So now I'm eating my cook up or whatever. And then about 10 minutes later, Peaches knock on the door. And he like, hey, Dante, can I talk to you right quick? I said, what's up, man? He was like, well, I don't want to, you know, put everybody in my business, but can you like come to the, like, can I come in? I said, hell no, you can't come in. What's up, man? What you want, Peaches? So he was like, man, look, here you go. And he like tossed me like this folded up paper, and then he just walked off. Right? So it fell on the desk. So I get up and I open it. And it says, if you like me, meet me at the law library at 5:00. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, I know this motherfucker just did not try me. I know this motherfucker. So I keep looking. Maybe I miss. Yeah, that's right, y'all. Peaches threw a folded letter on my desk, and it said, "Do you like me? And if you do, meet me at the law library at 5:00." Right now, y'all. This is at the beginning of my bid. Okay. I'm not saying I was a hardened convict at this time, and no, I haven't had the gang. Well, I mean, not gang. Excuse that. I didn't say gang. I didn't have my homies with me yet. All right, this was like my 3rd month in prison or whatever. So I don't know, and I was just now becoming a little violent. I wasn't the Donta that y'all know now. You know what I'm talking about? I was, still trying to figure my way in prison. I don't want to end up, doing something to somebody and jump the gun and I get another 10, 20 years or whatever. I'm really trying to play it safe. So, but looking at this letter, I'm like, it ain't nothing to play safe. This motherfucker just wrote me a letter talking about, do you like me? And if you do, meet me at the law library at 5:00, like we in elementary or something, right? So I'm sitting back on the desk and I instantly get angry. And I'm going to tell y'all why I got angry. I'm going to tell y'all why. Because, number one, I just got out the shower, right? And I was just butt naked in the shower. And now it's like, yo, you had to been looking at me when you came in there. And I just feel violated. So now I'm really upset. So I go over there to the locker and I keep, my sword of justice in this peanut butter jar or whatever. So I go in there and I grab a banger out. And I'm just saying to myself, like, I can't believe this. Like, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, why would this dude even play with me like that? Why? So I put the sword of justice like in my waistband or whatever, and I'm like, you know what? Because Peaches, he stays in the same unit that I'm in, right? So I'm like, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. Now Peaches ain't no booty band or nothing like that. Peaches it's a straight up sissy. Right, he ain't about to knock you over the head and take your manhood or nothing like that. He plays the woman submissive role or whatever. So I said, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm about to nip this shit in the bud. I'm about to nip this in the bud right now. So I put a towel over my face, right? I put a towel over my face and then I go out. Now, Peach's cell was like 5 cells to the left of mine, right, on the 2nd tier. So I leave out the cell and I'm looking around. It's like 2 white cats over there by the control booth, but I don't see no guard though, and ain't nobody else in here. So I bust a left, right, and I kind of jog down the cell, and I hit Peach's cell and nobody in there. So I'm like, damn, where the fuck he at? So I go back to my cell, right? And I take the towel off my face. So I go downstairs. I'm like, hey, I'm talking to the white dude. I'm like, hey, y'all seen Peaches? It was like, oh, yeah, he gone. He left out here like 5 minutes ago. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm contemplating. I'm like, okay, you know what? Now I'm looking at the time, and the time is like 4:45. So in my head, Peaches is already in the law library waiting on me, right? So I'm like, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the library at 5:00. And if Peach is there, I'm gonna do him bad. I'm gonna just go for bad. I'm gonna do Peaches dirty. I'm gonna do him bold, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, bet. So now I'm like, I'm replaying or contemplating in my mind what I'm actually gonna do to him, right? I'm like, well, I shouldn't, go with the sword of justice and, poke him up, because it ain't working. But I do gotta beat this. I gotta put my hands on him. I got to. I got to do something to him to let him know, like, hey. And I get it, y'all. I get it. I know some of y'all gonna be like, yo, Dante, why you just didn't, why wasn't one of your options is to just go to him and be like, no, man, I don't rock that way, and just let that be. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell y'all something. I told y'all this when I was young, man. I wasn't thinking that way. I was just thinking like, yo, this dude is trying to try me. This dude, what you, like, you know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, I couldn't shake the feeling. You could not tell me that this man wasn't looking at me when he came into the shower and I was free balling. You can't tell me he wasn't getting a peek. So, no, hell no, man. I ain't trying to hear none of that. But like I said, I'm just trying to replay what I'm going to do to him when I get in that library or whatever, right? So, boom. It's like 4:58. So I said, you know what? No, I ain't going to kill him. I'm going to leave the sword of justice here. I'm just going to put my hands on him, whatever. So I got my 2 towels, my face towel, so I can, you know, when I'm punching on him, I don't bruise my knuckles or whatever, right? So I put my 2 towels in my pockets, get buzzed out the unit, and I head on to the law library, right? Now, when I get there, I don't see nobody lingering around, because normally it's a couple cats lingering around the front door or whatever. It's 2 big old glass doors, whatever, you can see right in there, whatever. But I don't see nobody. I don't see nobody right there. And I don't see no silhouettes of, you know, it's like I ain't gonna say it's 2 big glass doors. They was like plexiglass, you know. You can't see people full form. You can like see their silhouette, but I didn't see nobody. So anyway, I go in there, whatever, and Peaches is sitting way in the back at this table or whatever, and he looks up and he got this big smile on his face. So I instantly, when I say y'all, my temperature was already at like 80. Now we done shot up to 155 degrees Fahrenheit, right? With no showers or sun, no showers or clouds. So I start walking towards him, right? And it's written all over my face. It's written all over my face, y'all. So he like, hey, what's going on? I said, you wrote me that letter, man? He was like, yeah. I said, what do you... So he stood all the way up, and I said, man, sit down. And I was pump faking. Now, pump faking is when you act like you got something on you, but you don't. So I got my hands in my waistband like I got that sword of justice, whatever, right? So I said, sit down, man. And he was like, hey, you ain't got to do this, man. You ain't got to do this. I said, man, sit your ass down, man. He was like, look, man, I'm sorry, man. I said, listen, what makes you think that I get down like that, man? Like, why would you write me some shit like that? He was like, no, I was just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just asked a question, man. I said, listen, man, I don't play like that, man. I don't play no motherfucking games. Don't play with me like that, right? And I notice my anger is building and keep building and building, right? To the point have you ever been so mad, or you engaged in a conversation and like your ears pop and you hear somebody saying something but words not coming out their mouth? It's like you zoning out. That's what happened. And then all of a sudden, I know I just jumped over the table and I just got to beating them. I got the whooping Peaches out, right? And I know some of y'all like, yo, Dante, I thought this story was about when you lost your first fight. Oh, y'all thought I lost my first fight to a sissy. No. We haven't even, no. Matter of fact, I'm going to have to tell a part 1 and part 2, okay? So if you watching this video, I'm going to have part 2 pinned at the top of the comment section, okay? So click that link in the comment section to watch part 2, all right? But anyway, I'm whooping Peaches out. I'm beating the fuck out of Peaches. The only thing I can remember, because I blacked out, is that both of my hands was wrapped around Peaches' neck, right? And I noticed, like, he was like trying to scratch and claw at me or whatever, but I just wasn't going for it, right? And I felt like his body getting weak, and then he went limp, and then I just snapped out of it. I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to kill this guy, right? So then I let him go. Y'all stay tuned for part 2. Part 2 is pinned at the top of the comment section. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, hype the video, and share the video. To watch my exclusive videos, you must become a member. I'm gonna have the members link pinned at the top of the comment section. Have you sent your weekly donation to support the Donta Show Network? If not, that's okay, I got you. We are now accepting Cash App, Zelle, and PayPal. All gifts and donations are highly appreciated. If you are trying to reach me for business opportunities, I'm gonna have my contact information pinned at the top of the comment section. Also, get in contact with me if you need your business, your book, your social media channel, a product, your brick and mortar, whatever it is that you need promoted, get in contact with me. My contact information will be pinned at the top of the comment section and in the description. Until next time, take care.